Did Chuck talk to you about the gum?
You mean today?
Yeah.
No. We talked, when was that, Chuck? When we talked about gum, it was like 2 or 3 months ago. What was that? What was it called? No, you remember we talked about gum.
I think that might have been a different conversation. Chuck mentioned to me earlier this morning that I'm supposed to remind you to make sure that you're not chewing any gum right now. Are you chewing gum right now?
Are you? Oh, no, I'm not chewing any gum.
Chuck says you've been chewing gum a lot lately.
Well, yeah, I've been chewing it lately. I'm not chewing it right now. In fact, that's what Chuck and I were discussing a couple of months ago. What was it? Chuck, you never told me the name. What was the name of that gum? I don't remember.
He just wanted...
They've got these commercials on TV, Roger, where they tell you what it's going to be like when you try their gum. And I see those commercials, and I think, there's no way chewing a piece of gum it's going to be that good, There's no way it's going to be like, laying on a bed of ball bearings in an Arctic storm being pelted by citrus fruits. There's no way. It's unlikely that the gum chewing experience is going to live up to that kind of hype. But then I tried it, and it was surprisingly good. It comes very, very close to that experience, and I can't for the life of me remember.
Well, the point is that...
I've been chewing a lot of gum lately, and that is by far the... Would you like a piece?
Well, no, we're not. Chuck doesn't want us chewing gum during the show. He wanted me to mention to you...
It's wrapped. I haven't unwrapped it.
No.
Then you can go ahead and take it.
He doesn't want anybody chewing gum on the show. He wanted me to remind... Actually, I was supposed to do this earlier.
Yeah.
Remind you...
The flavor is most noticeable when you first put it in.
Chuck, you're going to have to tell him to...
What?
Is there like a... He doesn't want you chewing gum. I was supposed to approach you before the show and make sure that you're not chewing gum because he says that you've been chewing lots of gum lately, and he doesn't want any gum chewing during the show because it doesn't, you don't speak as clearly when you're chewing gum.
You should have mentioned it before the show started because I've already started this piece.
Can you get rid of it?
I could swallow it, but that is ill-advised. You're not supposed to do that,
well,
Roger.
Maybe just
if there was some other thing I could do, I would do that.
What, you want to just throw it away?
No, I don't want to just throw it away. Roger, what are you suggesting? I just throw the gum away. It's at its peak of flavorfulness. It's at its peak. I just put it in. I wouldn't have even put it in if you hadn't brought it up. Way to go.
Chuck says he'll get you a new pack after the show.
If he spits it out.
Well, via Mondo. Mondo says that Chuck says that he'll get you a new pack after the show. If you got to throw out the gum.
Oh, I got to get rid of this piece and I'll get the new pack?
The one in your mouth you got to throw out.
I'm not going to throw it out. I will put it on the top of my coffee mug here.
Okay.
I'll put it there. That's my one concession. And you know what? Hey, guys, in the other room, pay attention. And you too, Roger.
Sure.
That is my last concession for this show today. All right? I've had about enough of these ridiculous rules and regulations. All right? I'm here to answer the people's questions, and it's a waste of time to be throwing all these rules at me.
We don't want to get started on
It's a radio show, people. It's not brain surgery.
Let's just everybody calm down. We don't want to get started on an angry note. We want to have some fun with some phone calls because it's the Ask Mr. Biggs program. My name is Roger, and across the table is the man with all the answers, Mr. Biggs.
I don't know if I got all of them, Roger. I mean, I got some. I know a little bit about most things, but there's some things that stump me.
We take some.
Like the name of that gum. It's it's got a number in it. That much I know.
Well, hopefully we won't.
They got these really nice commercials where I don't know how they built this huge speaker, but they filled it up with ball bearings. And then he just lays in it.
Right. Well, hopefully we won't get any questions about the name of that gum on today's show. But I do know we've got a phone call lined up and ready to go. Is that correct, caller? Are you ready?
Hey. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Staying up late.
Yeah, I heard that.
Right.
Staying up late. Tell us what's going on.
All right. We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild. And in the name of the Lollipop Guild, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
What was that?
I'm looking at Mondo through the glass, and he's really getting it. He's enjoying that a little bit more than he should. I'm guessing. Mondo, are you?
Hey, did Mondo put you up to that, sir?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what you should do? You should try going on that American Singer show.
No, I'm a terrible singer.
Hey, half the people on that show are pretty bad.
But and around my friends, I know all the words, so they make me sing.
Yeah, but they do. Was there anything else?
Well, me and a buddy of mine, it was, pretty late at night. It was years ago. I was in my early 20s.
Yeah.
So he was out late at night, blah, 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 but had a balloon bump into the windshield of my car I was driving.
You hit a balloon?
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We asked each other, what the hell was that, and never could figure it out. But anyways.
Wait, you said it was a balloon.
Yes.
Yeah, it bounced off your windshield.
Well, it bounced off the windshield, but we both looked at each other and said, what the hell was that?
It was a balloon.
Anyways, we had like a balloon bounce off my windshield.
Yeah.
So, what did you do?
I turned around at the Big Lots parking lot.
Oh, you turned left there off Kingman.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the hobby store.
We went back because the first thing both of us said to each other was, what the hell was that,
Right.
So we circled back around. We both looked at each other and said, what the hell was that?
Yeah, we got that part.
Yeah.
But anyways, somebody had tied a balloon to a power line across the street, floating in the air.
Whoa, they tied like a kid's balloon to it?
Like a cartoon.
But was it shiny? Was it a Mylar balloon?
Yeah, like
one of the ones with like a happy face printed on it.
I mean, it wasn't like back in the 70s, the smiley face, but it was a basic 2 dots, a nose, and a mouth, and
I don't think that
it was floating in the air.
Yeah, I don't think that anybody tied that to a power line. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Sounds like somebody lost a balloon.
That's what we thought.
Yeah, and it just, when they lost it, it just got caught in the power line.
But I just thought it was kind of strange because you hear all these things, and the first thing both of us said to each other was,
What the hell was that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
What the hell was that,
Yeah, power lines and Mylar balloons do not mix.
Pretty late at night.
Yeah.
So he was out late at night, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, a lot of power outages are due to those Mylar balloons coming into contact with power lines.
It was...
Go ahead.
We had a balloon bounce off my windshield.
Right.
Was there anything else? Okay, listen. Hey, thanks for the call, Roger. What I was saying was the
right.
Mylar balloons and power lines. The problem with them is those balloons conduct electricity.
We represent the Lollipop Guild.
Yeah.
We wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
All right,
Good one, Mondo.
big singing boy there.
I'm a pretty bad singer.
Put him on hold. Yeah, the Mylar balloons.
Now the Mylar balloons are the shiny ones that look like they're made out of some sort of metal material.
Well, they are made out of a metal material. They don't just look like it, Roger. They're made out of metal material. It's impregnated there into the plastic poly right there on the balloon itself, and it does conduct electricity. And the danger with those is those Mylar balloons, when they get close to a power line, power lines have electricity running through them.
Right, sure.
A lot of people don't realize that. And there's a lot of electricity in those lines. And they don't need a big excuse to start arcing,
good.
zapping, and popping.
Oh, goodness.
And you get something that conducts electricity touching those lines, and you're gonna have a release of energy to ground that's just gonna scare the bejesus out of everybody around. It's very dangerous. So you got to be careful when you're playing with your Mylar balloons. In fact, I don't even recommend using those at all.
The Mylar balloons?
Yeah.
'Cause sometimes the SpongeBob SquarePants balloons, you see those in Mylar. They're popular at kids' parties and whatnot.
Just because something's popular, Roger, doesn't mean that it's something that people should be doing. I mean, cannibalism's popular. Is that right? Should people be doing that?
Well, I don't know. I think that's kind of waned a little bit in popularity over the years. So what you're suggesting is, with the Mylar balloons, if you're going to get some balloons for your birthday parties or fiestas or pinata,
make them your standard your latex balloons, or you can get some rubber gloves and blow those up. Kids love rubber gloves blown up because they got those finger digits you can hang on to.
And if you happen to find yourself at a party with Mylar balloons, maybe pop them. What do you think?
Well, I don't think you want to deflate them, because what fun is a balloon that's don't got no air in it, Roger?
Right.
I mean, it's like something that's really fun that suddenly isn't very fun. What do you call that? Is there a name for that? Is there a name for something that's fun that suddenly isn't fun anymore?
A suddenly no fun thing?
There's like a word. If you find yourself with the Mylar balloon, what you can do is you can weight it down with you get some fender washers and some gaffer's tape, and you tape 7 or 8 of them fender washers onto one side of the Mylar balloon to weigh it down.
And you can use just any kind of adhesive tape, or should it be the gaffer's tape?
I would recommend gaffer's tape simply because it's a superior adhesive tape. I mean, you use whatever ridiculous tape you want to use. I mean,
would a duct tape work?
Well, it depends on if it's an off-brand. Are we talking off-brand duct tape? Roger, use the gaffer's tape. Don't complicate.
I'm just trying to.
You see, it's this kind of thinking that got that Richard Heaney guy in trouble with his balloon boy.
Right.
It's that kind of thinking. All right?
So you suggest with gaffer's tape, taping a few
fender
washers to the
not a few. You're going to have to use a lot of them because you got to counteract the rising of the helium
to the Mylar balloon. So then
keep it weighted down so it doesn't get away from you.
Once you've done that, then you've got your balloon still inflated, but just sort of anchored to the floor.
There you go. Fun party time with your Bumble Bob Fat Pants there laying on the ground, and everybody's happy and having fun. Balloons are great fun until they're not.
If you want to send us an email, you can. It's
bigscast@gmail.com. That's with 2 G's, but don't put the 2 G's in the Gmail, because that would be Gmail, which would be wrong. I don't even think that's a thing on interweb.
Gmail?
No, it's bigscast with 2 G's @gmail.com, and you send us a question, and we might answer that question for you.
And if you want to give us a phone call and get in the queue for to get on the air on today's show, the Shine line is 456-7031. That's a toll-free call in the
greater Tri-County area.
Yeah. And we've got a call. Line 3 is up next. Hello, sir. Welcome.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Super.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, Chief. Go ahead.
Okay, but I'm going to say this, I'm not going to keep you long.
Hey, no rush. I mean, as long as you got a question or something, you can take all the time you need.
All right. My question was this. That young lady that was missing over there, and I believe on one of those islands, they never found her, correct?
Lady Missing lady. What?
I think you're probably talking about
Amelia Earhart. They never found her.
No, they didn't find
her.
her.
I hear she was eaten by cannibals.
I think he's talking about the more recent case of the girl, the high school girl that went missing in one of the Caribbean islands, Aruba, I believe that would be.
Oh yeah, she was on that school trip.
That's the girl.
She was that blondie-haired girl.
The Holloway girl, Natalie Holloway. Is that the girl?
Mm-hmm.
No,
she's still missing, and I don't even believe that they have arrested anybody on that.
Okay, and this might sound crazy, but I think I've seen her.
You mean like you saw her around town?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, where? When did you see her? Who was she with? Where was she?
Okay, when I saw her, she was pleading for her. She was pleading for her freedom. And
okay. Now, did you get a good look at who she was pleading with?
There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
She was talking to a young man. He must have been about 140 pounds. He was very clean shaved. He had a little mustache.
140 pounds seems awfully slight for a guy who's going to be trying to kidnap a young teenage girl. I mean, don't you got to kind of have some weight on you to overpower a young lady?
But it was two men.
Oh, well, you didn't say that.
No.
But besides, how do you know for sure that this girl you saw was that Natalie Hollister girl? How do you know?
In her eyes, it's her eyes. If you know her, it's her eyes. Her eyes are very glassy, and she was pleading for her freedom. You understand?
Yeah. She's got the glassy eyes. Got it.
She's from California.
You know, it's just the thought of her right here in the Tri-County area. That just kind of blows my mind.
It's wild.
I know.
And I tell you,
you know,
I can tell you.
I wonder if she's ever been to Whiz Bangs. Roger, what do you think? Do you think she's ever been to Whiz Bangs? I mean, if she's been in the Tri-County area, we're a popular establishment that I run.
Well, I can't do the math too quickly in my head. I don't know what age she was when she disappeared, but she's probably a bit on the young side. So I'm not sure if she's old enough to get into a bar.
Yeah, we got the 18 and over nights though. She could have come in one of those nights.
Sure. The 18 and over night. I reckon if
Hey, listen, Natalie, if you're listening, if your captors left the radio on in the dark motel room that they're keeping you bound in, tied to the underside of the sink, if you're listening, when your captors get back, Natalie, you should tell them that they should bring you out to Whiz Bangs because we got our 18 and over nights are off the hook. It's great fun.
It's a good time. It's a lot of fun out there.
Natalie, just if you have them bring you by, we'll give you a half price picture of Arnold Palmer's. What do you say, huh?
maybe some wings too.
Well, don't get carried away, Roger. I mean, come on. I'm not giving away the store here. Maybe a free plate of potato skins. They don't.
Sure.
I mean,
those are good.
They're leftover potato parts, you know. The abductee special, we'll call it. The abductee special for you, Natalie Hollingsworth. If you come on by, we'll give you the picture of Arnold Palmer's and the plate of potato skins.
They probably don't want any trouble, though. They think
half price.
They're going to think this is some sort of trap, and once they show up, you're going to, call the authorities and.
Well, no, Roger. They're customers. I'm not gonna squeal on them. No snitching, Roger. This is business. She's a big celebrity. Come on in. We'll give you the abductee special on the house, half price.
I can tell you some things you wouldn't believe. I'm telling you, I'm not being strange or odd. I see some strange things.
Listen, I know strange. Okay, you don't run a restaurant nightclub for 12 non-consecutive years without seeing your share of nutty behavior. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, caller, I'll tell you what we're going to do for you. What's the name of that show, Roger? That crime show? What's the name of that one?
America's Most Wanted with John Walsh.
No. The one on K-Shine. The one with the lady with the sensible shoes and the that pear-shaped lady.
Oh, Cindy Gleason.
Cindy Gleason.
Cindy Gleason's.
She does that show on K-Shine.
Right.
What's it called?
She does the Tri-County Crime Rap Monday. Yeah, it's a good show. It's Monday afternoons. It's actually more of like a segment.
Yeah.
That she does with Benny Kincaid on the Afternoon Delight program. And
yeah, but she works for the Sheriff's Department.
Yeah, exactly. She's with the Sheriff's Department. She shows up in uniform. And she joins Benny at 3:20 on Mondays, the weekend crime rap. She kind of goes over, the comings and goings of the Tri-County criminals, the loitering and the kids huffing behind the liquor store and things like that.
Illegal skateboarding activity. She's always talking about that.
Right, exactly. It's a good show. So what you want to do, sir, is next time that show's on, be sure to tune in. And what she does is at the end of the show and during the segment, rather, she gives out the phone number, and then it's...
Tia gave a phone number over the air, and I missed it. And I was wondering, is there a way I can get her phone number?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
We're going to give you that number right now. You got a pen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, super.
All right, give him the number, Roger. The phone number. Give him the number.
Well, I don't know the number off the top of my head. I'm guessing that
you just were telling him about it.
Right. Well, I know she gives the phone number, but I've never really bothered to commit it to memory. It's got to be.
There's a lot of numbers. Do you think that one of those would be the one?
It's got to be posted in here. Buy me a minute, and I'll look around and see if I can find the number.
What do you mean? What does that mean? Buy you a minute? Mondo, what is he talking about? Buy him a minute.
Just keep talking.
So
there's a list over here.
I should just talk about anything?
Suicide
Shouldn't
hotline.
we just be getting him the number? I mean, if I just start
Dandy
talking
Donuts,
about anything, it's
Everyday Happy House. I don't see the...
Roger, I'm going to need you to be more specific what you mean by this buy me a minute nonsense, because frankly, it doesn't make much sense to me.
That's fine. It doesn't really matter. The point is, I can't see the number posted in this studio, but
I got part of the number was 1-888-974 or 7794 or whatever.
Oh,
okay.
Wait. Hold on a second. Hold on, I got an idea. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier.
What's that?
Internet. all you got to do is jump on the interweb. Here, listen. Write this down, okay? Write down http:// www.google.com, and then when you get to there, you type in the Tri-County Sheriff Crime Report show on K-Shine on Monday afternoons. And let's see
maybe, or maybe just try.
And then you hit enter or return, depending on how your keyboard is laid out, and that'll take you right to the Tri-County Sheriff's website, and then you should be good to go.
Okay, I can't use the computer because I'm blind.
Oh, okay. I guess that would make it kind of hard.
Yeah, that's a pickle.
Listen, what we can do for you, we'll put you on hold and. Mondo will give you that number.
It's got to be in that studio over there. It's got to be. It's got to be in there somewhere. Somewhere it's got to be in there.
Thanks, Mondo.
And that was one part of my question. Then I had another part for you.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Follow-up question.
Okay. The other question was this. I see. I'm gonna end after this. I see where something is trying to communicate with me. You understand?
Sure. I think. There's
a lot of things going on, and I'll say this and I'll hang up.
Okay.
If you're not spiritualist and you don't believe in a ting-a-ling, you better start.
Yeah. Well said. Thank you for the call.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and put him.
Mondo's gonna get you that number. Thanks for the.
I was thinking, Roger.
Yeah.
if he's right, and if Natalie Hollingsworth is right here in the Tri-County area, you know, once word of this gets out, next thing you know, the feds are going to be crawling all over this place.
Well, yeah, and the not to mention the media, the news outlets.
We're talking all the hotels, all the restaurants / nightclubs are going to be doing gangbusters business.
Fox News.
Remind me to call Gladys and tell her that we got to rent some extra tables and chairs. And,
Sure. There's going to be a lot of extra bodies in town. It's going to be a real boon for the economy locally because you're going to have your CNN, your Fox News.
Oh, the media coverage! I hadn't even thought about that one.
Yeah, they're all going to set up, and those people are going to need a place to.
Roger, do you think Greta Van Susteren will be here? Do you think?
Sure.
Oh, Roger! Oh man, I would kill. I would take another human being's life if I could meet Greta Van Susteren. I've had such a thing for so long.
When these reporters and these news people are done, reporting on the story, they've got to go somewhere to have a bite to eat and maybe get a world famous whiz banger, and one of them might be Greta Van Susteren.
She is a sight to behold.
Yep.
The siren song of that newstress is it's intoxicating. If it was between her and that Nancy Grace, I got to be honest with you, Roger. I don't know what I would pick.
Nancy Grace could be doing her show in town as well.
This whole girl getting kidnapped thing is probably, and I don't think I'm speaking out of class here, right?
Right.
I don't think I'm going off on a limb. I think this may be the best thing that has ever happened to the Tri-County area.
Well, we don't want to count our chickens before they're hatched, because
it's going to be great for tourism.
I've got one slight issue with the caller's account of his sighting of Natalie Holloway, and that is the fact that he, if I'm not mistaken, he mentioned that he was blind.
So, what's your point?
He did say that, right?
Yeah, he mentioned it.
Well, I'm not sure, if a blind person is really going to be able to be an accurate.
Oh, come on. Don't be that way. Come on. They're not handicapped. They're handy-crippled. They're just like you and me, Roger.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's a fine person. He seems like a delightful.
What makes you think that somebody that can't see is any different than you and me?
Well,
there's no difference. In the eyes of the law, Roger, there is no difference. And a witness that has the full use of all their senses is just the same as somebody that only has partial use of one of their senses.
Well, listen, I know that probably in every other way, he's probably just as good as you and I. But when it comes to, identifying a human being, I mean, there's only so much the sticks and the dogs can do. Well,
Roger, sticks and dogs. Come on now. What you're doing is you're working off blind people stereotypes now. That's not how blind people get around anymore. They use echolocation, and frankly, between you and me, their ability to witness a crime in progress is just as good as yours or mine. And I don't think we should judge.
Echolocation.
It's how blind people see. It's how they get around. It's the same way that the bats and cockroaches move throughout their environment.
I'm not familiar. Well, echolocation.
Echolocation. It's the use of a sonic signature that is sent out. It bounces off all the surfaces in the immediate area, and then it comes back, and they can judge the returning sound and create a mental image of their environment.
Just based on just based on the sounds that they hear?
Yeah, a series of clicks and pops. They just here, do me a favor. Here's what we'll do.
Okay.
I'll close my eyes, okay? And that's going to make me blind, right?
Well, yeah, sure, for the purposes of our, yeah.
Now, after I close my eyes, don't do it before. After I close my eyes, you hide somewhere in the room. And I will use echolocation, and I will be able to pinpoint your location, all right?
So you're going to do, echolocation? You know how to do it?
Sure. I know a little bit about most things, Roger.
That's right. You mentioned that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you going to do? You're going to close your eyes right now?
Yeah. I'm blind.
Okay, your eyes are closed. Are you no peeking? Your eyes are closed.
All right, you just go ahead and hide somewhere, Roger.
Okay, give me the count of 10, and I'm gonna hide somewhere in this room. And then
counting doesn't work. I have to use clicks and pops.
Right.
And
what I'm
beeps.
saying, you got to give me 10 seconds to relocate myself in the studio.
Is it really going to take you that long, Roger?
Okay, 5.
It's not a big room.
No peeking, and I'm gonna hide right now. I'm gonna hide.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Pardon the drool. Hold on. Echo. Roger. Beep, beep, beep.
How long does it take for the echolocation?
Oh, you're right there. You're right there. You're right off to my left. You're off to my left-hand side, right there. You're right there. I know exactly where you are.
I was at the time. Yep. As soon as I...
That's how the echolocation works. It's a series of clicks and pops and beeps.
And so the blind person makes those sounds.
Yeah.
And then
they can
see based on the sounds they make?
Yeah. You're a fan of science fiction, right? You ever seen the Star Wars?
I think I have seen Star Wars, yeah.
Yeah, that's how the R2-D2 gets around. You know those little beeps and whistles and pops?
Those noises are he's echolocating.
He's using echolocation.
He's echolocating?
Yeah, you see? You were familiar with it and you didn't even know. You see, that's my point. They're just like you and me, except their eyes don't work.
It's the Ask Mr. Biggs program. You can find us on internet at askmrbiggs.com. Mr. Biggs is demonstrating his echo.
Can you give me a napkin? I spilled my coffee all over the place here.
Is that part of the...
Well, I misjudged the distance.
Okay. So you were trying to... Okay. It's askmrbiggs.com.
Beep, beep, beep.
You can find us on askmrbiggs.com as well as Twitter and Facebook. So we've got, we do some twitting and Facebooking, and we take emails.
Yeah.
Biggscast@gmail.com.
Roger, I've been using the Twitter a lot lately.
You like
one thing that I notice is that there's a lot of people that use it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed.
And this Thursday night at Whiz Bangs, it's going to be another exciting night.
Wait, hold on, Roger. It's not. Forget about Thursday night. Forget about that. Sunday nights are now the night that I want to focus on.
Okay.
Big things happening at Whiz Bangs.
All right.
On the corner of Phillips and Mountain, downtown.
Right, where the fun never ends and the
party's never ending.
Party's never ending. So you're going to move the karaoke to Sunday night?
No. Not moving anything. We're opening up a whole new can of beans.
That's wow.
And I know how much you love beans, Roger.
I love beans.
You love your beans. I know you do.
I love beans, but this sounds exciting.
This is not beans, though. It is a different thing.
I think I should step in and just say that I want the listeners to know that I don't know anything about this. This is new to me as well, so I get to share in the excitement of this big announcement. Sunday nights at Whiz Bangs, you got something big brewing.
Yeah, we got the Whiz Bangs Def Comedy Jam.
You're gonna have the
comedy,
the Wayans brothers coming.
No. Forget those Wayans. There are no talent hacks, Roger. We got our own in-house talent.
So you've got some local talent, you say?
Well, we've got a guy to start with.
Okay.
And eventually we're going to build up a roster of rotating talent. That's the hope.
Okay.
But
and then maybe at some point you can get in some of the big names like your David Spade and your Bonnie Hunt. That would be fun.
No, we're going to be doing comedy, Roger. We're going to be doing a stand-up comedy night. Maybe you didn't hear me.
Okay, so when you going to
Roger, knock knock. You like knock knock jokes, right?
Right.
Knock knock, Roger.
Who's there?
Kyle.
Kyle who?
Amusing Kyle.
I don't get it.
You don't get it.
Is that
you don't understand?
No.
Well, let me do it again.
Okay.
Maybe I screwed it up. Maybe I messed it up because I mess these things up.
I mean, I can tell it's
knock.
Who's there?
Kyle.
Kyle who?
Amusing Kyle. Sunday nights at Whizbangs.
Oh, I see. That's your comedian.
Yeah.
Amusing Kyle.
Yeah.
Amusing Kyle.
You know Kyle, right? Kyle Billingsley?
Kyle, does he do some busing for you as well? Oh yeah, Kyle. He's a nice kid.
Yeah.
He talks?
Well, sure he talks, Roger.
Oh,
he's hysterical.
He always seems so quiet and shy.
One night I was hanging out and Carl was just going on this tear about what do you call them? Those dots in the road? What do you call those things?
The stripes?
Yeah, there's dots on them.
Who's Carl?
Amusing Kyle.
Oh, Kyle was talking about the dots in the road.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said Kyle.
Right.
I didn't say Carl. Why would I say Carl?
Okay.
So Carl was going on and on about those dots, and he was just he was tearing the room up. And I thought to myself, if he can make the Hispaniards in the kitchen laugh like this, I've got lightning in a bottle. So
Sure.
we're gonna try him out this Sunday night. In fact, Mondo, do you got that disc?
Which one?
He's already performed?
Yeah, we did a couple of test nights, and I was.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know that.
I was very pleased on how things went. I've been working with him. I've been giving him some pointers. We've been working on his act, working on his material, and frankly, I think he's ready. He's ready for the Apollo.
You've been keeping this a secret. This is a very exciting news.
Well, I didn't want to announce it before it was ready, but this Sunday night we're gonna
Play the first track?
Yeah, go put it in.
Okay.
Just put the disc in and hit play.
So we've got a taste of some of his act.
Now let me set this up.
Okay.
For those people listening, this is going to be a recording that we recorded at Whizbangs. So there. Yeah, go ahead.
Amusing Kyle.
I went to the market the other day to buy a couple of potatoes. I'm a single guy. I live alone. Two potatoes are plenty. The price for 2 potatoes, $1.77. The price for a 10-pound bag, 99 cents. Would anyone care for some potato salad? Did you hear what Tiger Woods gave his wife for Christmas? H1N1. Ever wonder how characters on The Simpsons flip each other off? Because off the set they all hate each other. And I'll bet that Principal Skinner's a real hothead.
What's happening right now?
Don't worry about this part. This part here, no, don't.
Is that part of the act? Is he like do a little dancing right there?
No. There's somebody thought they would be funny, and they put a quarter in the jukebox. Despite the fact that I have a strict no jukebox during comedy night policy, somebody thought it would be funny and completely disregard the hand-lettered sign that I had put up on the jukebox. And
You should just tape it right over the coin slot.
I taped it above the coin slot. I thought that would have been enough, but apparently not. So what we're going to do from now on, when Amusing Kyle hits the stage, I'm going to go ahead and just leave the jukebox unplugged.
Good idea. Yeah, good idea. Don't unplug it before the.
Because Roger, I'm a problem solver.
Right. Yeah. You have answers to questions and solutions to problems.
Sure.
Well, that sounds.
Do the thing. Tell the people about the night.
Sunday nights. That's right, isn't it? Sunday nights.
Yeah.
Sunday nights at Whiz Bangs. It's the comedy jam for. Are you going to call it that, or is it just going to be just a comedy with Amusing Kyle?
He's snarky.
Yeah.
He's sassy, and he's that's what kids like these days. They like edgy comedy. They like the sarcastic, satirical wit.
Now, do you think the name Amusing Kyle is going to be, the attention-getting name that
it is?
Well, the attention.
It's got that correct. It's got that balance that rolls off the tongue. Amusing Kyle. Who is this guy that we're going to go see? Well, his name is Kyle, and frankly, he's amusing.
So amusing.
And the name says it all, right? You know what you're going to get when you hear the name Amusing Kyle. That's what I told him.
Now, granted, we just heard a couple of jokes, but I could tell that he's he's an edgy comedian, and he's going to be, doing some some pretty innovative stuff, and sometimes comedians of that ilk, they kind of like to use names that are a little more out there, like maybe something like Meat Nose.
That's a silly name, Roger. Meat Nose? Who'd go to see a guy named Meat Nose?
I'm just.
What is this, Animal Planet?
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there because Amusing Kyle is okay, but I'm half the people coming to see him know his name is Kyle. Whereas if they see the flyer and it says
Amusing Kyle, and it'll be in bold letters,
right?
I'm thinking Comic Sans.
But just maybe picture the flyer saying Sunday night comedy with Meat Nose.
Why are you trying to re-engineer what I've already come up with, Roger? His name is Amusing Kyle.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to help. I want
I
this to be.
I see what you're doing, and frankly, I think it's a little bit insulting to Kyle. All right.
Well, okay.
He can't help it, Roger.
Here's the thing. I don't mean it to be a reflection of Kyle and his specific individual.
Don't call it a deformity. It is not a deformity.
Facial characteristics. But I'm just thinking it would be if you say took out an ad in the paper or the penny
Village Voice.
Right. If you took out an ad in the paper for your comedy night, people see Meat Nose and they're thinking, oh, this guy's he's edgy, he's risque, he's going to be really crazy and nutty. He's going to shoot pumpkins into the crowd and things.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Roger, but my concern with your whole that idea, that name,
Meat Nose.
My problem with that is eventually if I do the advertising using that name, eventually at some point in time, Kyle's going to find out about it. And I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Well, no, he would know. I mean, you'd have to approach him and say, "Hey, are you okay with?"
I'm not going to go up to him and say, "We're going to call you Meat Nose, Roger."
Well,
come on. Aren't we past all this?
You would ask him. You'd say, "Hey, Kyle, we're thinking maybe of using the name for you, Meat Nose,
and bring back all the pain. Bring it all back. Come on, Roger.
Okay, well,
be kind. He's a good kid, and he's got a great sense of humor, and he's very sweet.
Okay, well, listen.
And he's edgy. Amusing Kyle. This Sunday night at Whiz Bangs.
Excellent.
Headlining comedy night. Soon to be with many, many, many different comics. But for right now, we've got the one.
Amusing Kyle.
Amusing Kyle, Sunday night, Whiz Bangs.
Now, is there more to that? I'm guessing he went on and performed more.
Oh, yeah, no, there's a lot more.
Okay, because I'd like to hear that. Maybe you can let me.
Well, you can. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to post it on the website.
AskMrBiggs.com.
Yeah, we'll put it in the bonus bonus area, the bonus section.
That's right. That's the bonus materials folder on the left-hand side of the page there.
And I don't know if it's up right now, but eventually we're going to have that up there where you can check out his whole set. And I gotta warn people, if you're of a sensitive disposition, or if you find yourself easily offended, some of the material might be a little bit hard. So please be forewarned, and do not play it in front of people with delicate sensibilities or small children, because it gets a little blue. So let's go to the website, askmrbiggs.com. 2 G's. And it's right there. All you got to do is just click on that thing on the left side, that thing that says bonus stuff. And then when that comes up, then it's, all you got to do is just scroll down, and then it's right there where you just gotta right click on it and say save target as, and navigate to your local folder of choice.
And then
download that,
so they can actually download his most recent.
Put it on your mobile media player and listen to it at your leisure.
Right.
Amusing Kyle, Sunday night, Whizbangs.
The new comedy night at Whizbangs.
Tickets are available now. All you got to do is just. I would recommend people call ahead, because tickets are going to go fast for this.
Didn't you mention something about you've got a new phone number? Is that?
Yeah. 347-3-Whizbangs.
Okay, very good. I'm gonna
347-3-Whizbangs.
So you finally got that vanity number.
It's a phone number, Roger.
347-3-Whizbangs. 347.
And order your tickets now. Tickets are free, but we recommend that you order them early, because they're going to go quick.
They don't really need tickets. They just.
Yeah, it's more of a first come, first served thing, but
seating is limited.
Well, depending on what time of the night you show up. I mean, if you show up early, there's going to be plenty of seats.
Right. Well,
later on in the evening, there's a lot of turnaround, especially after the game's over. A lot of people leave, and then a lot of more seats open up. So I'm going to say, depending on what time you show up, seats may or may not be limited. So 347-3-Whizbangs. Call us and get all the information on Amusing Kyle.
Based on that recording we heard, it sounded like there was plenty of seating.
That night, yeah, there was more than a few.
But nobody knew it was going to happen. It was kind of, you just.
Yeah, well, I mean, we set up the spotlight and just gave him the microphone and said, "Go to it, there, Chief. Do your worst."
All right. Well, I look forward.
Tear it up.
I look forward to hearing.
Break a leg.
347-3-Whizbangs. That's with 2 Z's, and
it gets a little blue, people.
Okay, we're back.
Let's go to another call, Roger. Go to the call.
AskMrBiggs.com. Kind of short on time, but that's okay. We'll go to line 4 and find out what this gentleman needs. Sir, what can we do for you?
I'd like to borrow your listeners for a quick intention experiment.
You want a what?
Is that okay with you?
Intention experiment?
Correct.
I don't know. What do you think, Roger?
I'm not really sure exactly what that is, but I mean, it sounds.
Yay or nay, Roger? Yes or no?
It sounds fun, so I'll give it a thumbs up.
Okay. Here goes. Everybody, listen up. First, relax, close your eyes, get into a meditative state as best you can, and then just imagine a.
Wait, hold on, Roger's not paying attention. His eyes are closed. Roger.
Well, we're supposed to close our eyes.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. Well, if our eyes are closed, how are we going to know if this thing works?
We'll see after this experiment happens.
He closed them again.
Okay, and then just imagine a pass and a fail column.
A what?
And put a check mark in the pass column, or however you'd like to do it.
Do what?
You could do it with a green and red circle or however you'd like to do it, and just visualize.
So I can do anything I want?
Correct.
I don't understand.
Well, he's just giving some examples. He's pass fail, red green. He's just giving you some suggestions as to what you can picture in your head.
Well, I'm thinking of a monkey.
However you like to see it, you could visualize
a monkey with a hat and pants. Now that's funny.
Hey,
can I visualize a monkey with a cleft palate?
You can
holding a garden hose.
You could visualize all these things.
Right. It doesn't matter. You can just picture whatever you want. The important thing is that you just visualize something.
That's what matters.
Well, how are we going to know if this works?
That's a good question. It depends on, I think, a number of factors. One is how many people are doing the experiment, the quality of the intention, and also what's happening right now.
The monkey's trying to turn on the hose right now.
So,
monkey, don't do that.
Probably in a few weeks.
Right.
I think.
Okay.
So it's huge.
Well, yeah, it sounds pretty exciting, and if you've got enough people listening and participating in your little experiment here, we could really see a neat thing.
Hey, listen, thanks for the call.
Thank you so much.
Well, there you go. All right, another new experience on the Ask Mr. Biggs program.
Oh gosh, it's getting all over. It's all over the place.
What happened?
The monkey's turned the hose on himself and he's spraying it all over. Oh, silly monkey.
Yeah. Well, monkeys are.
Hey, Roger, this intention experiment is kind of fun. I like this. We should do this more often.
Yeah, I never had really ever heard of an intention experiment before, but I guess.
Oh dear! Oh my! No! Don't put that. No, bad monkey! Don't monkey! No.
What's happened?
I don't think that I should say, because the monkey is getting a little bit out of hand, and you know what I'm talking about, monkey.
Well,
those pants are on for a reason. Prevent things like that from happening. You put that back where you found it.
Everybody learned something new and unusual on the Ask Mr. Biggs program, and that's
monkeys are 10 times stronger than a comparable sized human, and I'm even talking about midgets, Roger. Even midgets, monkeys are 10 times stronger,
okay.
And given the opportunity, they will eat your face off. They will chew off your fingers and eat your face.
Right.
Except my monkey that I'm thinking of, he is adorable, and he has a cleft palate and a hat, and he's spraying the garden hose all over the place and making a hell of a mess. You stop it, monkey.
Okay.
He's adorable. Right. He's cute, and he's in no way dangerous.
We'd like to thank everyone for listening to the Ask Mr. Biggs program. Be sure to catch us on internet at AskMrBiggs.com, and of course we're on Facebook. Ask Mr. Biggs. You can look us up.
That feels good. That feels nice. I'm imagining that the monkey is giving me a neck massage, Roger.
Okay.
He's a good monkey.
You can find us on Facebook under Ask Mr. Biggs, and on.
What is that?
What happened? No.
Oh no. A monkey went boom boom.
We're on you can follow us on Twitter, Ask Mr. Biggs on Twitter as well, and you could email us, BiggsCast with 2 G's at gmail.com. So that pretty much covers all the electronic bases. And
don't forget Amusing Kyle this Sunday night at Whiz Bangs. Come on down, folks. We'll see you there. And bring your funny bone hat and wear it and be ready for funny. What?
Be ready for funny.
Yeah, I just thought of that.
Yeah, that's good.
Write that down, Roger. Be ready for funny.
Happy ending.
A ting-a-ling, ting-a-ling.